Hello, my name is Joanne Taylor Stagg and I'm the General Manager of the Athenaeum Hotel and Residences. The fabulous MJ Flanagan, from MJ Inspire of course, has asked me to contribute to her Institute of Hospitality takeover, and so I'll be answering 3 questions that she's posed to me this morning. The first is, do I have any CV tips? For me, the obvious answer is make sure that you stand out. There will be hundreds of people apply for that dream job that you so desperately want, and you really want to make sure that you rise to the top of the pile. I remember very vividly getting the first video CV I had ever seen. I was employing a social media person and got a USB stick with a short video telling me all about that person and why they should get the job. As I wanted someone with digital skills, it was a no-brainer. And I have to say I did employ them, a lot of which was based on the strength of that video CV. So make sure you stand out. But also back up any claims that you have with actual facts and figures. So if you're saying that you managed to improve guest satisfaction or financial turnover, make sure you say by how much and over what period. Make it as easy for the employer to understand what key skills you bring. And don't forget to include some of the language that reflects your values, because finding the dream job is only half of the issue. The other half is finding the dream employer. MJ's second question was, what books have made a real impact on me? And MJ, I'm sorry, I can't just give you one. Never been one to abide by the rules. So I'm going to go back to probably one of the books that had the greatest impact on me some 20 years ago. And that's Marcus Buckingham's First Break All the Rules. I remember reading it with pretty much agog at everything he had to say. And he spoke a lot in that book about playing to people's strengths and talents and treating people as individuals. And those are things that I've relied on my entire career. The anecdote that stuck with me was he said that if you spend more time coaching underperformance, you teach your team that to get time with you, they have to do a bad job. So make sure that you spend more time with the good people who are performing well than coaching those that are underperforming. But I couldn't just do a book from 20 years ago. I needed to do one that was far more current. And I think the one that stood out for me last year was Simon Sinek's Infinite Game. I loved the thought that business and leadership is about an infinite game. It's not a game where anybody wins. The object of the game is to make sure that we continue to keep playing, that everybody feels important and engaged, and that we are all winning at some point so that we can continue to keep playing together. And I loved that. And then finally, she asked what was my best networking tip. And that's very easy. Do more of it. Lots of it. If I could go back and find my 20-year-old self, I would tell that young upstart to go and make more work friends, to make sure that she kept contact beyond one country or one company or one role, and to build a network of colleagues, friends, and mentors. Because as you get into senior leadership roles, it can become a lonely place. And you will need and rely on that network of people that know and understand you. They'll be your lifeline and you will be theirs. So network as often as you possibly can and find the people that you are most akin to. I hope you've all enjoyed my 3 minutes and that you have a wonderful day of MJ taking over the IOH. Bye-bye.